let's continue our sugya of Lag Ba'omer, Be'ezah Hashem, the Heilige Reb Shimon. Just goes on and on and on of how much we can discuss. But like I said yesterday, we're just trying to prepare ourselves a little bit for the Kedushas Hayoim, and obviously the Kedushas HaMokoim. That Be'ezah Hashem this year, we're going to be Zchus to go. It's a tremendous thing. This year, it's mamash going to be, everyone's going to be mamash so excited to be there. Unlike Ba'omer, last year we were held back. This year, B'siyata D'Shmaya, we're going to be there. It's going to be unbelievable. So, a couple of things. Yesterday, we concentrated on a little bit of the history of Reb Shimon. Where Reb Shimon came from, how he was born. Those of you who are in my share, we talked very much about the Gemara, about what is the Simcha on Lag Ba'omer, which we're going to go continue a little bit now. If you missed that share, by the way, you should listen to it. By the way, you enjoyed that one. It was very interesting. So I want to continue a little bit now on different inyanim of the Simcha of Lag Ba'omer. So first of all, there's a Gemara in Yevamah Samach Beis, of a base that we've mentioned numerous times, where the Gemara tells us that the Talmidim of Rebi Kiva, we know 24,000 of them, as we mentioned a few times already, were nifta between Pesach and Shavuos, and the reason was Shaloi Nagu Kavod Zeh Lazeh. They weren't knowing Kavod Zeh Lazeh, which obviously is an interesting question. What does that mean? Chas v'shalom, to speak badly about these Yidden. These were Yidden of Gedolei Olam. These were not regular, normal. Not that a regular, normal Yid is nothing, but these were mamash tzaddikim. These were big goinim. But upon him, on their level, Shaloi Nagu Kavod Zeh Lazeh. So there is a meiri. The meiri on the Gemara in Yevamos brings down that we have a Kabbalah that on Lag Ba'omer they stopped dying, which we know is one of the Makoros that Lag Ba'omer became a Simcha. We asked yesterday the question, if you remember, why that is a Simcha. Just because they stopped dying doesn't necessarily mean that we should dance up and down and start listening to music. But that we already explained. We also know that Lag Ba'omer was the day we have a Kabbalah from the Yaris Tvash that Rabbi Shimon died on that day. There's a state in the Yaris Tvash, the Berk Yosef brings it, the Bnei Yissaschar brings it as well, that Reb Shimon is a Kabbalah, that he died on that day. We mentioned yesterday, could be he was even born on that day. And what exactly is the Simcha? So I want to give a little bit of different mahalach today that we said yesterday, and that is as follows. There is a Marsha. The Marsha brings, and it's in Moed Cotton, that from Pesach to Shavuos, what do people do? What is the avodah between Pesach and Shavuos? So we actually also mentioned this last night, that the time between Pesach and Shavuos is a time of working on ourselves to become better people. And the reason for that is because it doesn't make sense for Klal Yisrael, who were on the almost lowest level of Kedusha, the Kamat on the lowest level. If they would have fought one level down, it would have been all over. And in the 7 weeks, they were able to get to Har Sinai and almost Kaviyachal see the Shechina. Here the Rebbeinu Shalom. Kaviyachal, whatever that means. That's a very high level to reach in 7 weeks, when 7 weeks ago they came out of Mitzrayim with every possible open smartphone that existed. Right? It was a serious thing. Right? What's pshat in that? How did that work? The answer is that there's a special siyata d'shmaya between Pesach and Shavuos, which means we have that same siyata d'shmaya right now between Pesach and Shavuos to work on ourselves. Says the Marsha in Moed Cotton that after 33 we have already reached most of it, and therefore we've gone over half. And if that's the case, a person already is into habit. Habit is something that a person does all the time, and therefore it's a ksas yonta for a person, says the Marsha, to celebrate how far he's gotten, how far he's reached at this time. The Pri Chodosh brings a different answer. The Pri Chodosh brings down the Simcha is for the Talmidei Rebi Kiva that kept Torah going. We mentioned this a bit yesterday as well. The other thing also, by the way, the Chassam Sofer says, the Heilige Chassam Sofer Moedik, he writes that on Lag Ba'omer the Mon started coming down. As I stated in Chassam Sofer, it's a tremendous simcha for Klal Yisrael. When Klal Yisrael got Parnasa, Klal Yisrael will be able to continue. As I stated in Chassam Sofer, that Lag Ba'omer was the time that the Mon came down. So there are many other reasons, obviously Al Pi Kabbalah as well, that it is a tremendous simcha. Now it happened to have been Lag Ba'omer, and the Heilige Sar Shulam of Belz was giving a drasha in his tish on Lag Ba'omer. And he brought the following thing. He brought down the Chazal. The Gemara and Baba Kama are familiar with that Hiddur mitzvah ad shlish, right? Which we know there's an Inyan of big Mahadar b'mitzvahs, to buy a nice esrog, to buy a nice lulav, all of these things to be Mahadar by mitzvahs. How much do you have to spend? The Gemara says ad shlish. The Gemara goes through exactly how to work that out, right? Exactly, we're not going into this moment of time. And Sar Shulam Belz asked the following question. He said that the Gemara in Brachos tells us that the Rebbeinu Shem keeps the whole Torah. That we know, Chazal tell us the Rebbeinu Shem keeps everything. Whatever Torah there is, the Rebbeinu Shem keeps. How does the Rebbeinu Shem keep Hiddur mitzvah? Ad shlish, until a third. How's that shaykh to the Rebbeinu Shem? It's like a physical thing. When you buy a lulav and esrog, when you buy a menorah, when you buy a mezuzah, then you buy a nicer one and you spend up to a third. But has that shaykh to Rebbeinu Shalom? As I correct the Rebbe. So he answered with the Gemara in Sukkah, and the Gemara in Sukkah said, Yitzur shel odom miskabelo b'chol yom. Right, the Yitzhar of a person is miskaba, tries to overpower him every single day. U'mevakish la'misah, he wants to kill him in a spiritual manner, obviously. Ve'imolei Kodesh Baruch Hu oizrev, the Rebbeinu Shalom would not help us. In yochaloi, you wouldn't be able to manage. As I the Gemara in Sukkah and base, that the Rebbeinu Shalom gave us the Yitzhar. This Yitzhar every single day gets up and gives us a new idea of what we should be doing today in order to kill us spiritually. And if not, for the Rebbeinu Shalom give us the Yatishmaya, this wouldn't work. Said the Bel Zaruv that the mitzvah over here is the mitzvah that the Rebbeinu Shalom is mahada ad shlish. That means, and he explained, that when a person wages war on his Yitzhar and does his third, then the Rebbeinu Shalom takes over and does the rest. And maybe that's the pshat why he said that's such a simcha on Lag BaOmer, because the Yemei Sfira is 49 days. The 33rd day means that over 2/3 of the Sfira were passed already, which means the Rebbeinu Shalom does, Ad Shlish does his third, we do the rest of it. And therefore that's a Gavaldige Siyata Deshmaya that we have, he said, on Lag BaOmer that a person should use. The Sanzer Rebbe once said that if you go to Meron, you find, very interesting, you find all kinds of Yidden. All types of Yidden that don't even have shaykhs to Reb Shimon, Yidden that don't even put on, Rabbeinu Tam Tefillin. What are they doing by Reb Shimon? What are they doing in Meron? What's the pshat? So the Jikavurov was once asked, what's pshat? What's pshat in this? Why do you have this? Why do you have, you're going to go, you're going to see. For those of you that haven't been there, you're going to see Gavaldige Yidden who have no shaykhs to Reb Shimon. You ask him, give me one Gemara, give me one Maimah Chazal. I don't know if you have to ask them, you can ask many other people also, but give me something of Reb Shimon. No, I have no idea. Okay, so maybe tomorrow we'll go through some of the Mamar Chazal of Reb Shimon, so when we get there we at least know what he said. We need to know a few things. The Zchus Rebbe explained, he said, Yisrael Afagav the Ein and Melachim, they are Bnei Malachim, they're Bnei Nevi'im. In other words, it comes in the generations. That even though they themselves they don't feel it, but it comes from generation. The Zchus of it. The Sanzer Rebbe once said on Lag BaOmer that if a person knows how to use it, and we'll get to that in a minute, it's a day of Kaporis Avonos, right? And therefore every Yid, even the Poshta Yidden, they realized that Reb Shimon fought for everyone. Reb Shimon was a person that fought for all of Klal Yisrael. Yochani lifta kol ha'olam. Unbelievable that Reb Shimon was able to fight for even the simplest Yid, and therefore said the Sanzer Rebbe, a person should go there, even if he has no shaykhs, even if he doesn't understand. Oh, but the Meiser Reb Shimon was the one that fought for every single year. The Vishnitzer Rebbe, the Imrei Chaim, was once in Meron and Lag BaOmer, and when he finished, so he traveled on the other side of the mountain, and he saw multitudes of Yidden of all stripes, of all colors, of all types, just flocking all the way to go to Meron. And he said, the Emunah Pshuta of Yidden. The Emunah Pshuta of Yidden, they have no idea, they have no connection. But one thing they know, if you have Emunah in Rashbi, then you have a chizik from Rashbi also. And that's something for us to remember as well when we go there. It could be that we're not on the level of maybe really feeling anything. And you get there and you think, I heard all these stories. When you get to Meron, unbelievable. I'm not feeling anything. I don't know, a lot of noise, a lot of pushing. It's hot and I'm tired and a lot of noise and distractions and everything. Where's the Kedusha? Where's everything? Doesn't make a difference. Just keep going, keep davening, keep connecting. Because Reb Shimon is for everyone. The Beis Aaron once said that anyone that has Emunah in Rashbi automatically gets a chizik from Rashbi, because Rashi is for everyone. So the Vision Rebbe famously asked, he wasn't able to make it, but he asked one of his Talmidim, tell me, what on earth goes on in Meron? Can you explain to me? It's one of the most famous things. What goes on in Meron? What did the Heilige Vision Rebbe gesagt? He said, inside, when the Talmidim told him, inside is Yom Kippur and outside is Simchas Torah. You go inside the building by the Tzion Mamish, people are crying, all sorts of tzoros of Klal Yisrael. People are asking the Rebbeinu Shalom for everything, right there. It's Mamish Yom Kippur. You go outside, the biggest simcha, dancing, everything, Mamish HaSimchas Torah. That's what they told the Vision Rebbe. Somebody once came to the Lelev Rebbe before the Hadlok of Lag BaOmer, and they saw his face. His face was poshet a light. They never saw anything like this in their life. The poshet never saw his face like this. Poshet was ablaze. And they said to one of the Talmidim, I was never zoicha to be by the Rebbe by Ne'ilah. Is this what his face looks like? And he said, absolutely. This is what his face looks like by Ne'ilah. And he was by the Hadloka in Meron of Lag BaOmer. An unbelievable thing. In fact, they bring down from some of the Rebbes that when they went to the mikveh on Lag BaOmer morning before going up to Meiron, they would say, Hareinu Mekabel Olai Kedushas Hayoim. Right? There's a tremendous Siyata Deshmaya. Hoid Shebahoid, we know, is there's the same thing that the Kohen Gadol would go into the Kodesh HaKadoshim, which we're going to get to in a moment. The Shlach HaKodesh brings down. Shlach HaKodesh. Tremendous nisim that happened in Meiron. Stories upon stories of people that didn't have children, people that weren't married, people that had sicknesses, people that had all sorts of tzoros. They came to Meiron, they davened by Reb Shimon, and everything got better. Rabbi Yisrael, we have an unbelievable opportunity. You're there, Be'ezus Hashem, you're going to be there. Don't be distracted by all the music on the outside. That's the Yetzer Hara. Gets you distracted. You're not going to daven. You'll leave Meiron. You'll be like, hold on a minute. I forgot to daven for this one. I forgot to daven for that one. He needs a Yeshua. He needs a Shidduch. He needs a Shalom Bayis. He needs Parnasa. There's so much we could do and accomplish at that time as well. Rav Avadia ben Bat Tanura writes a letter to his brother about Meiron and Lag BaOmer, and he asked him in the letter of Avadia ben Tanura on the Mishnayos, he asked him how many people were able to have kids that year, how many people got refuahs. Unbelievable. He understood the Korach of Reb Shimon. The Arizal himself went up, as his Talmud Reb Chaim Vital writes. The Arizal went up and made a Mishnah v'Simcha. Again, this is the Arizal, which is an unbelievable thing. The fires, the Bnei Saska Barichas brings down the whole Yesod of the Eish, the fires, the Maduras that we have over there. It's because of 3,000, the Zohar says there were 3,000 halachas that Reb Shimon was Niskala on that day of Lag BaOmer. We mentioned a bit this yesterday. And therefore, because of that, the fire of Torah, Eish, Rambam, and therefore because of that, that's the reason why we have the fire over there. The Gedolim, by the way, Yadua, the Gedolim were petrified. Petrified to go there, right? Famous mice of the Archaim HaKudosh. We just walk up the hill. We have no problem walking up the hill, right? Get off the bus and just walk up the hill, right? The Archaim HaKudosh couldn't do that. The Kedusha, climbing up, four on four. He was on all fours. Climbing up in Pachad. I'm going to Reb Shimon. Don't just walk up the hill. Yeah, sure. They go Slurpee, an ice lolly. Off you go up the hill. Baruch Hashem. Doesn't work that way, everybody say. There's tremendous Kedusha. Let me just end with one last Gavaldik Azach. As we said before, that the sphere is Hoid Shebahoid, right? Because the Gemara in Brachas Nonches, when the Gemara tells us that the Beis Hamikdash is called Hoid, which means that Hoid Shebahoid is Kodesh HaKadoshim. That means on Lag BaOmer, which is Hoid Shebahoid, we come to the Kodesh HaKadoshim just like the Kohen Gadol goes into the Kodesh HaKadoshim on Yom Kippurim. Unbelievable thing. It's an unbelievable thing. The Sar Shalom Mibels that we quoted before was speaking about the gadlus of Lag BaOmer. And his son once said to him, is Lag BaOmer like Yom Kippur? He was a young kid. He said, yeah, 100%. Some Sofer writes in Droshes that Lag BaOmer is like Yom Kippur. Now, obviously, he writes all our Pi Kabbalah. But he said, Hoid Shebahoid represents Keseh, which represents Yom Kippur. The Chassam Sofer says that Lag BaOmer, how do you spell Lag BaOmer? Lamed Gimel, which is the Gematria Zokin, which represents Yom HaKippurim. So it's a tremendous thing that if Yom Kippur has the koyach to matar, to be machapa, so that means that Yom Kippur and Lag BaOmer have a similarity. That means Lag BaOmer is an unbelievable opportunity, especially if by the tziyun of Reb Shimon. Rabbi said, let's take the opportunity, take the chizuk. Don't just go and just, swarm around a little bit, see what's going on, pictures. I was here, I bought the t-shirt, I was here this year, last year, weren't able to make it, I'm here. Instead to all the people in the chutzos to make them jealous. No, come on, take the advantage, go stand over there, even if you don't want to squash inside, go outside, take a few tehillim, think about Klal Yisrael, think about Mashiach, think about the Geula, think about the tzoros of Klal Yisrael. Rabbi said, you can do tremendous things. We should all be zoicha b'siyata d'shmaya, to be zoicha to this kavaldiga siyata d'shmaya, and the Rebbeinu Shalom will give you shuras for all of Klal Yisrael. Have a wonderful day.